Coming up, we're tracking the rising cost of your Easter basket as candy prices hit a 5-year high.
That's right. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday, April 3rd. Here's what's up this week.
Coming up, dancers at the Jacobs School of Music are gearing up for an opening night at the Spring Ballet. We get a behind-the-scenes look.
Plus, the world's greatest college weekend is almost here, and there's a new women's team ready to hit the track.
And later, one IU Red Stepper is trading cream and crimson for blue and white. She joins us in studio to talk about making the Colts cheer squad. Hello and welcome to What's Up Weekly. I'm Tegan Emerson.
And I'm Grace Morocco. The Jacobs School of Music has been training for the Spring Ballet since the beginning of the semester. They're putting the finishing touches on it this week before opening up to the public.
That's right, our Sophia Donnelly was there to get a behind-the-scenes look into their rehearsals. Sophia?
Thanks, guys. I got a sneak peek into all the hard work these dancers have put into this ballet since January. I spoke with the performers who let me in on the challenges and rewarding opportunities this production has provided them. Check it out. IU's Jacobs School of Music has been rehearsing their upcoming spring ballet since the beginning of this semester. And this week, they're putting the finishing touches on before opening to the public. The production features 3 sections, Her Door to the Sky, Pas de Deux, and 1. Jessica Lang, choreographer for Pacific Northwest Ballet, came in early January and stayed through the beginning of February to teach the ballet department Her Door to the Sky.
The challenge has kind of been like keeping it together and keeping it very correct, because that is one challenge we have as ballet dancers, is trying to put our own twist on things, but then also execute things in a way that is accurate and has integrity towards what the choreographer initially intended.
Additionally, this piece features notable set design and prop work that the dancers have had to navigate throughout the rehearsals. This more contemporary production has the dancers in long flowy skirts rather than the traditional tutu, and a set with a high table that they frequently interact with. The dancers have had to learn to work with both of these to ensure they have the most preparation for the performances.
It's just been so much fun. It is so different than anything I've ever gotten to dance in my whole career, but also in my time here. It's definitely the most contemporary thing that I've danced since I've been here, so it's just really fun to like let loose, like we're in this long skirt on the floor, like it's so fun. There's a lot to it.
While the rehearsal process may have offered its various challenges for the dancers, it has also come with many rewards and opportunities. This production includes a live orchestra conducted by Judith Yan. This is an opportunity many of the dancers had yet to experience, making this production all the more exciting to be a part of. This production offers a more spiritual experience than some of Jacobs' other ballets, leaving interpretation open to each audience member. To see these dancers' hard work in action and to experience the spirituality of this contemporary ballet, purchase your tickets for one of their upcoming shows or watch the live-streamed event on their website. The show will be running April 3rd and 4th at the Musical Arts Center here at IU. Tickets can be purchased through the Jacobs Opera and Ballet Theater website or on Ticketmaster. Back to you, Grace and Tegan.
Thanks, Sophia. Last weekend, Bloomington celebrated African culture with AfricaFest. Our Elena Princinsky was there. Elena?
This is IU's AfricaFest. Here at the Global International Studies Building, IU's African Studies program is hosting AfricaFest, an event meant to celebrate the 5 regions of Africa through fashion, food, drinks, language, and more. This event also helps fight against any stigmas that people may have about Africa.
Somebody says, oh yeah, I know somebody from Africa. Oh yeah, do you know this guy is from Africa? Yeah, he's from Africa. But what part of Africa? What kind of culture? What language?
Perception that Africa is just this dark continent existing somewhere, hovering around the world somewhere. So this creates that awareness and help people learn about Africa and help them know that human beings live on the continent of Africa. Hey, Africa has 54 countries.
The purpose of this event is to educate people about Africa and also IU's African Studies program.
We have students here at IU who don't even know there's an African Studies program here. this event literally puts African studies in the limelight.
AfricaFest gives students and faculty a chance to express their culture in a special way.
So they're going to talk about the dress they're wearing and model it around, and it's always fun how students don't get an opportunity to do this, and so you can see the excitement on their faces when they are modeling around here.
For IUSTV, I'm Elena Princinsky.
Thanks, Elena. For more information, visit africanstudies.indiana.edu.
Still to come on What's Up Weekly, your Easter basket may cost you more this year.
That's right, we'll tell you what's behind the price increase. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Trending Topics. I'm Paris Payton. BTS is back on top, landing at #1 on the Billboard 200 once again, according to Verity. The group's latest album, Orang, debuted at #1, marking their 7th chart-topping release. It also delivered one of the biggest opening weeks we've seen in years. Orang had the best first week of any new release since Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl last year. And speaking of Taylor Swift, the pop star is now being sued by a Las Vegas performer over a title she says is already hers. A showgirl in Las Vegas is suing the pop star over the singer's use of the title The Life of a Showgirl. That is the name of Swift's latest album. Swift also has marketed The Life of a Showgirl on merchandise. But Marin Flagg, who goes by the stage name Marin Wade, filed the lawsuit Monday in U.S. District Court in California. Flagg has used the title Confessions of a Showgirl as part of her live performances, writings, and content on digital media. She had the title trademarked in 2015. Flagg claims Swift's title infringes on her title and can confuse consumers. Swift applied to trademark The Life of a Showgirl, but the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office put the request on hold until all disputes are resolved. So far, no comment from Swift on the lawsuit. A British court delayed the rape and sexual assault trial against actor Russell Brand to October. It was originally supposed to happen in June, but last month, the 50-year-old entered a not guilty plea to additional charges from 2 more women. That brings his total number of accusers to 6 women. The judge decided to add those new charges into the existing case. So now Brand will face 3 counts of rape and 3 charges of sexual assault all at once. The incidents are alleged to have happened between 1999 and 2009. Brand denies them all.
All right, thanks, Paris. Easter is just around the corner, but your chocolate bunny may come with a bigger price tag this year. Over the last 5 years, candy prices have surged and are now nearly 12% higher than this time last year. Despite cocoa prices decreasing in recent months, experts say relief hasn't reached store shelves because candy makers buy their ingredients months in advance. Americans are expected to spend $3.5 billion on Easter candy alone this year.
The Little 500 is just weeks away. Qualifying wrapped up this past weekend, and you can expect to see some new faces on the track this year. Lucy Thomas is here with the story. Lucy?
Everyone loves to root for an underdog, especially during IU's Little 500. Charge, a women's empowerment group, has a newer bike team, only being around for 3 years. They encourage women's empowerment through fitness. The independent bike team has seen major changes as most of the bikers graduated last year, except for junior Mallory Hopper. She is now captaining a team made up of all rookies.
All the other girls had to pick everything up since their first time. They're familiar with bikes but not familiar with Little 5 in general, and it's a lot different than road riding.
Hopper and her coaches have had to work extra hard for funding, especially as an independent team. They have had to do their own events and start GoFundMes.
With a team like Charge, where our alumni is not, we don't have a big alumni base, and a lot of the people are kind of here for different things, different kind of athletics or stuff like that. They have other stuff they're doing, so fundraising is always going to be hard, and I know that's been a challenge for the girls this year.
Despite these challenges, the team is qualified for Little 500 due to the supportive team dynamics they've created.
Would rather us be a super slow team and us all be really good friends and stuff than we're all super fast and no one gets along. Team dynamics is definitely everything to me.
They now excitedly train for the upcoming Little 500, hoping to make it in the top 15.
Thanks, Lucy. WIUX hosted the Poddy Mouth event this past Friday. The event was able to celebrate local musicians and podcasters with a fun twist. Our Gracie Johnson was there. Gracie?
I am here at the Moon Roof for the Poddy Mouth event hosted by WIUX. This event hosts live performances from musicians and student podcasters.
At Poddy Mouth, musicians and podcasters shared the same stage, creating a hybrid experience that brought fans closer to the creative process.
Poddy Mouth is the event to connect podcasters as well as the community in order to raise awareness for what the podcasters actually do, to have some fun, and pass out some merch.
Poddy Mouth has been used as an outlet for artists to share their music to newer audiences.
Great opportunity for me to expose a lot of people to my music and just keep on expanding and showing people how cool the scene over here in Bloomington is, and just like putting people onto a local scene and how many diverse artists there are.
I'll take a number from the audience if anybody has, I guess.
The live performers and podcasters are navigating a way to work together.
Their whole podcast thing, and there are going to be some pies involved. It's going to be unique, but it's, I don't know, just kind of changes the dynamic. I think instead of like being purely music focused, it's like a lot of the talking, and like it kind of just makes a lot of the theatrics that go on around performing and being in front of an audience very like just cool in general.
Poddy Mouth was able to introduce a new wave of fans to podcasting and what it looks like.
It makes people understanding of what podcasting is looking like in 2026 and in the future.
To stay up to date and see any live events happening near you, check out WIUX online. Reporting for What's Up Weekly, I'm Gracie Johnson.
Thanks, Gracie. For more information, follow WIUX FM on Instagram to keep up with any local events.
When we come back, an IU Red Stepper just made the Colts cheerleading team. Our Maya Monsalve will be back with an interview after the break.
Welcome back. I'm here with Megan Moore. She's an IU student and Red Stepper, and you recently became an NFL Colts cheerleader. So you've had a lot of Red Stepper duties while you were trying to become a Colts cheerleader, while also studying to become a dental hygienist and having a social life on top of that. So how did you balance it all?
Absolutely. Honestly, it wasn't easy and it was never perfect. I definitely rely on my Google Calendar, but over the past 4 years, I've really learned how to prioritize my time and prioritize what's the next most important step. I also have a great support system of teammates to lean on during times when I need it too.
That's great, that's great. So talking about, specifically that Red Stepper, you were on the field when IU won that natty.
Yeah.
That's a story in and of itself, crazy moment, but you've been here for a lot of IU's craziest moments, a lot of historical, monumental events that have happened. So what's one that you will take with you once you graduate in May?
I feel so lucky to have been part of, especially this past season with the college football playoffs. It was truly history for IU. Even though there was lots of big moments like winning the national championship, some of the moments I'll always remember are fan interactions. We would travel to all these different locations, usually stay in the same hotel as lots of Hoosier fans, young and old, and just talking to all of them, hearing how happy they were, and people would tell me, you guys are so lucky to be in college at this time, and I just agree. Connecting with all the fans is something I'll always remember.
Well, we love to connect with you. And I want to head a little bit towards your faith. You are very active and social about your faith, and I want to ask, a lot of IU students specifically are very involved in their faith, but some can struggle with it, especially in this time in their lives. Do you have any advice for people who are struggling with their faith?
For sure. I think sometimes it comes and goes in waves with how strong you're feeling in it. But like I mentioned before, having that strong support system is everything. I was lucky to have really awesome teammates that kind of led the way when I first got to IU, took me to church with them every weekend, got me really connected with lots of people that ended up discipling me and mentoring me throughout college. I would just say keep on going because it's so worth it.
I love that. Well, thank you again for your time and for being here, Megan. We head back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Maya, and thank you for watching What's Up Weekly. Tune in next week for more local and entertainment news.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram at IUSTV News. For What's Up Weekly, I'm Tegan Emerson.
And I'm Grace Morocco. We'll be back next week.
That's a lie.
Yeah.